ONIC, very confident they can handle whatever few can kind of throw at them. We're talking about the Paquito ban, obviously. Any role you put in, it's a terror right now for any gold laner. And that's not any different here from the mid lane as well. Especially on the hands of Kyle TZ, he's proven to be very good at the Paquito. And it's going to be throwing a big wrench into any gold laner that we are seeing. We haven't even seen... what's a good counter to Beatrix here, if you're thinking about ONIC?
Well, I mean, the main one is the Wan who's banned out right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
don't you think that's a little weak for ONIC? Their gold lane, they left the gold lane now.
Well, Claude's still available, right? Yeah. They could actually just go with a Claude if they want to for that pressure with the Blazing Duet, the sprint combo that we've seen. The next pick is going to be a Sicilian actually being picked up by BREN.
All right. So they go for the Sicilian because that's already actually a sign that they're going to go Paquito for the jungle. Yeah. That's where they're going to get their burst while those two are going to be farming up the Sicilian and the Beatrix. ONIC PH, in terms of their picks, they can... Wow, I could have said Brody, but yeah, Claude is probably the go-to there. But are they going to be comfortable with going up against Sicilian and the Beatrix? Will you be able to make your Claude farm fast enough? If not, then they'll probably consider something like an Irithel. Brody's kind of mixed for me. Maybe even a Bruno,
Bruno. I mean, I love what they're doing though. They're both teams right now. They're staying true to what we talked about in the win conditions, the keys to victory, where there's the Irithel. They're really focusing down hard on the comfort heroes of the rookies. Both teams' strengths are the rookies, right? That's what Wolf highlighted. And that's exactly what they're throwing here. They're throwing everything. They're stopping any comfort heroes here coming in from from Super Friends, obviously. Or they tried to, at least. Same with basically Sensui with picking up with ONIC picking up the Julian.
Yeah.
That actually disables, or that kind of discourages a lot of picks. Now, right now, for XP lane, obviously we're looking for XP lane here. Surprisingly, Esmeralda's still open. Erase still open, so I think they do need some sort of front line here.
Well, I was gonna say, if they go into an Esmeralda, they don't want to do that. So okay, it is gonna be the jungle Paquito and then the XP lane Cho, because you don't want to pick. You wouldn't want to do that into the Dairoth. Maybe the chance is better for the Cho versus the Dairoth here. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to play out, because honestly, Dairoth is just a monster of a lane, especially early on if he grabs an early kill for himself.
Yeah, and I've said this before, I love the Irithel and Dairoth combo.
Yeah.
All their abilities layer so well with each other. Expect a War Axe on the... a War Axe and a Hunter Strike on the Dairoth as a means to just pack up all of their physical defense reduction capabilities. So this is a lineup of ONIC that can actually scale super quickly if BREN eSports gives them opportunities to get kills.
Well, we looked at the lineups here before loading up. You guys know me. I am a big fan of these kinds of compositions.
Yes, sir.
It is action all over the map for sure as we load up into game number 1 for BREN eSports and ONIC Philippines. Beautiful, beautiful lineups for both teams. And I want to see some action here, man. Level 3, I expect a lot of big damage coming in here for both teams.
Not only that, Rockhart, but also Kyle TZ's running with the Assassin emblem here, which we've seen a lot on this Paquito jungle. And real quick, also, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget the Samsung Awesome Value prediction.
That's true.
Who's getting more assists?
Oh, the assist battle between fewer Super Friends. Hashtag Samsung and hashtag Awesome always wins. And the name of the player, comment that. Chance to win that A33. We are raffling off soon. So right now, I think this is a very good indication that both teams are still very much respecting each other's strengths, where Kyle TZ in the jungle obviously is nothing that you don't want to face early on for ONIC. And for the side of BREN, I mean, they don't want to deal with the Julian immediately. Although they are leveraging the power of the Franco pick here early on, they can definitely deny a lot of invades because of these picks. What surprises me is actually how much this choke is still surprising me. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's surprising, but it makes a lot of sense that based on the context here, because now you have an XP laner who, yeah, we don't see him as tanky or sustainable, such as like a Uranus or Esmeralda, but what it gives you is a lot of peel for your back line.
Also, you don't want to pick an Esme into a Dyra.
Exactly. So at least Pandora, he'll be slippery to catch. He might not be able to hold the lane, maybe, but he'll be able to escape just in time to keep himself alive, give the time for the rest of the members of BREN eSports to come back and join them. But here in the mid lane, Scrappy!
Oh,
wow.
Kyle T's gonna get trapped into the wall. Burst of blood, as we were just saying, into the hands of this Dyroth. Dur gonna be happy about that one, especially as he goes back to the lane. On top of it, Turtle secured here.
Yeah, so as I was saying earlier, for team fights, Pandora will be in charge of just keeping the backline safe. And at the same time, maybe he can initiate if the Franco hooks doesn't. Again, they're up against a lineup of ONIC that can scale up super quickly.
Yeah.
And if you're talking about throwing a wrench into a rookie's play, throw a wall in their face.
Just throw the wall.
That's one of the easiest ways to do it, actually.
Yeah, and I mean, at the same time, too, right? Again, going in the hands of Dur, that early first blood will give him that more favorable matchup already that is in his favor in the top side. So now you're forcing Pandora, like you said, to just kind of sit there, farm up. Because here's the thing. For BREN eSports, you have Pandora to either initiate or peel. You also have Ogwin. If he's not landing hooks, he might get those bloody hunts off. So they got to be careful.
Like
already, here's the bloody hunt now. They're going to be able to not get a kill just yet, as they do. Wrapping it with a nice try there. Getting the knock up, but no one goes down just yet. Super Fritz flickering in. The knock-up's there. Kyle TZ goes down here as ONIC Philippines responds.
Wow,
that's what you're talking about, right? Yeah. Like, you were just talking about bloody hunt right away. 1 second after you say it, gets started on the fights. They're leveraging it as early as they can.
And they're really making it difficult for this Paquito, which ONIC SPH is making the right play here. They know how integral this Paquito is because it allows them to control the tempo to make sure that Few and Super Marco gets time. But what they have to be careful about is while they're invading, while they're giving Caltisi a hard time, they can't give Few any more kills. They can't allow Few to get opportunities to get his stacks for his abilities as quickly as possible. Have to delay that as much as possible too.
Obviously, Few right now is definitely having a bit more difficult time compared to how we usually see him in. He's more confident in playing out Kaditas and more confident playing out Selena's. The decision to go into the Cecilia really does seem to be affecting BREN eSports' ability to control the mid lane here.
Well, I think, again, you just maybe play a little more passive because you want to get those stacks, right? Go ahead. This is the right decision, actually. Just give up the turtle here because you still want to buy time. That is one of your win conditions, right? But they even want to just buy time by resetting the buff as well. They don't want to get that stolen from Kyle TZ.
Yeah,
so let's see if they can actually, they should be able to keep him from getting this buff. So Kyle TZ grabs that one. Like I said, BREN eSports wants to buy time here, and that's what we're seeing them play a little more passive. Yeah,
I have an interesting fact here. Going into week number 5, all of the marksmen that have played so far in Season 10 are actually, except one marksman. Hold that thought, though, because in the mid lane there's action here.
Oh, there you go. The wild charge, and Ogwin gets deleted here. Kyle TZ just trying to buy some time with the 1-2 jabs. And again, as you were saying, Renmar.
Yeah, Kyle TZ is the only non-marksman in the league to break the top 10 of gold per minute. There's only one marksman who didn't make it in there. I'm going to share that factoid later. But yeah, Kyle TZ is the only jungler, the only non-marksman in that league. So it just goes to show how great he is at farming. Yeah. And it seems like ONIC did their homework and they're like, all right, he's great at farming. He handles getting those objectives well. Let's stop him.
Yeah, and in fairness to Kyle TZ, though, he is like, you saw it earlier, right? They're focusing so hard on keeping the jungle in their favor that he can't focus on getting kills at this game. So usually that's also a good source of gold when you start getting kills, especially if you're a Paquito in the early game.
Yeah.
So denying that over and over again for ONIC, like being so aggressive each and every turn here in the mid lane, slowing down that jungle as well for BREN.
Yeah, and this is the ONIC we're very familiar with. Set the tempo, be aggressive. This is how they've reached the heights that they reached in the first half of the season.
Yeah, and I like at the same time, with all of this being said, they've already managed to grab themselves a nice little gold lead, and they've got the 2 turtles, right? This is kind of what you expect, especially with Sensui just, he's pretty chill, man, on the Julian jungle right now. So this next turtle, we are most likely going to see BREN actually contest this one.
Yeah.
But do they actually have what it takes to fight head-to-head with ONIC Philippines right now?
They just have to be careful.
They kind of have to try here.
Yeah, Pandora does flicker in. There's the way of the dragon, the right target there. The 1-2 jab. They do get the perfect target as Rapidude goes down too, followed by Super Marco. Look at the damage though. Nets grabbing a kill himself. Kyle TZ gives him the 1-2 again. 3 fall for ONIC Philippines.
You know what amazes me there? They made it look so simple.
Right?
It was like a simple movement. People weren't doing any fancy, but here is something that they're doing fancy right now.
Okay.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, Durr still going in, grabs the kill, commits to it. Doesn't want to give this turtle up for free here. Gonna fight for it. Now Rapidude joined the party. Turtle secured though for BREN. That's going to be a nice pickup for them. They whittled down that gold lead by about 1,000 gold.
Their heartbeat went up near the end there, but BREN eSports were still able to successfully secure the turtle out of a fantastic setup play by Pandora's Cho. Again, I love that they picked up the Cho. They have 2 options for initiation. You alleviate the pressure of the Franco, and whoever initiates means the other one can just focus on taking care of the backline.
Yeah.
As long as BREN eSports keep that up, they're going to keep this game close and maybe even take the lead back away from ONIC. Looking at the items here, D-Roth already does have the War Axe, hence why the damage is crazy. He's building into a Hunter Strike, so the 2 items I mentioned earlier, it is on the way for the D-Roth of ONIC. Meanwhile, for the Irithel, already has the Steel Leg Plates and the Windtalker as well.
There's going to be another setup coming up from Pandora. Right into the turret they go. They can't get the kill, though. Sensui still alive. Thank goodness he's playing that Julian. Otherwise, that would have been a kill right there.
Yeah, BREN eSports definitely playing stocks with Pandora right now. Yes. I mean, we're talking about it, right? XP lane Pandora, you expect him to join later on, but this is a big one.
Oh my goodness! Big damn as they grab 2 kills here. ONIC Philippines turning it around with literally Rapidude wild charge.
I think they kind of took advantage of Pandora being a little bit on cooldown there a little bit earlier. So that's pretty good here for ONIC. They're reading the map. Their game sense is very good here in this specific matchup, man.
Yeah, right now Pandora, another kick! Oh, man! Pandora the Explorer just keeps finding the right targets.
Again, he makes it look so easy. I feel like I can do this in my ranked games now.
Yeah, I know I can't. But I get what you're feeling. Like Pandora's giving me a bit of confidence too, and again.
Man, you gotta look at this. And across the map we go. Durr gonna be the focus now. Owen. Okay, he's fine. But already, look at what's happening here. It's turning it around. I mean, they've still got a gold lead, but BREN eSports finding life here. Now, first lord of the game, gonna come up here. Pandora poking at Sensui.
He gets away.
Not gonna land. Nice block there with Rapidude. Let's see if BREN actually wants to commit to this one.
Interesting. I really thought I hit Sensui there for a little bit. Enhanced sword, obviously.
Pandora with the way of the dragon. The kick comes up. The knockouts there. Lord's still going to be worked on. Look at the backside. Sensui with enhanced chains. But it's going to be a shutdown. Kyle TZ. Durr grabbing one himself too. Looking for a second. Can he get it?
Over the wall.
The bad impacts are too much. Super Frizz from the backside. Coming in clean with the triple.
That was explosive. Oh my goodness. Super Friends out of nowhere, man.
And Ogwen is the last one standing. ONIC have their eyes set on the wipeout. He's gonna try to hold on, but that is him getting away. I was ready to go, he gets away, but man, we're seeing ONIC with their signature layering of abilities, how they're using their abilities on top of one another, combining them. I feel like I'm in a maths class with all the angles they're approaching from. I failed math, but that was a thing of beauty, and I understood everything that happened.
Specifically Darren Super, for instance, that.
Yes.
Jeez Louise, I cannot believe what they're pulling off here with, again, simple movements. They're not even making anything fancy.
Yeah.
They're not making any like cross-map rotations. They're just doing what they do in the fight.
It's funny that you say that because literally Super Friends, and the way that Valentina walks, literally just walk to the backside, comes out with a triple.
Hello.
So it works out for them, but now we see them defending here. Sensui gonna be just fine. And look at the gold lead now. With the last minute or two, it's massive swing back in favor of ONIC Philippines.
Yeah, that was a massive
If the graph was up, it'd probably be one big whoosh.
Yeah,
spike.
the big spike right there in the middle.
You know what happened right there. Something bad happened.
Yeah.
That was a big triple and actually almost a wipeout.
Yeah, I'm sure Wolf will point that out later. But this is what's dangerous right now about ONIC. When they position themselves in shrubs like this, just expect Rapid Dude to be nearby, ready to flicker and then ultimate in, or just use the ultimate in. And which is why at some moments you see BREN eSports actually a little bit hesitant, very cautious with how they check the shrubs. And right now, ooh, they weren't able to take away the purple buff. And I mean, stop it from going to the hands of Sensui, but Sensui still got it.
It's Super Fritz. Rapid Dude looking for the big boom boom moment, not really going to be finding it as they do see that it's Oakman and Pandora instead, not really the optimal targets here. But once again, the threat of ONIC, again, is just ever present because BREN can't even check these bushes.
Yes.
Which is, I think that's the biggest difference when you pick up a Sicilian versus Selena.
Yeah.
You can't forward check these bushes as even with Ogwen, you can't do that, right? You want the Franco to be behind the team as much as possible.
Comes in with a flicker, but here comes ONIC Philippines as well. Dur gets shut down. ONIC Philippines gonna punish him. It's gonna be the 1-for-1 trade so far. Quite a bit of action there, but only one for each team go down.
Let's say who got hooked there.
Oh,
that was not.
Well, there's Dare.
yeah, there was there.
There's Dare.
Folks, that is one of, yes, BREN eSports did not win that fight. They got one pick off, but that was one of the prettiest iron hook plays I've ever seen.
It was.
Because he already had the vision. That means he knew where he was going to come out of the flicker and throw the hook perfectly to land it onto Dare. That was next level. But still, despite that...
Yeah, that's probably not one of those moments where you don't want the hook to land, because it really did kind of throw a wrench in the plan that you were trying to slowly push out.
Yeah.
So this time around, ONIC obviously going to try to capitalize on that. Rapid Dude is very much forward here. The advantage that you get with the drop.
I think BREN just gives us away. Look at the bottom side, right? There's, I mean, Super Marco's there, Ogwen's there. They know that they can go ahead and clear that first Lord because that is the power of a Sicilian pick, right? At this point, you're continuously getting those stacks that you need. You should be able to clear out the Lord, even if it's a little bit charged up here, right? They got great clear, but the question is, how do they play around the initiation factor from ONIC Philippines?
Right now, BREN eSports still really lacking the items that they need. Ice Queen 1 for a few. The slow should help a little bit with ONIC getting access into the back line. Already a Bloodlust actually for Kyle Teasy. So that's crazy amounts of burst damage, but that little bit of sustain should help him. But oh, watch out for Chef!
Seal play coming out, gonna be committed. Lord still up, working on that top turret. Pandora goes in, can't get the way of the Dragon off, takes quite a bit of damage, but look at the return damage from BREN eSports. Here comes Rapid with a wild charge. He's still alive. Immortality gonna be popped. Few looking for the kill. Can't get Sensui. Grabs the hook, but it's member after member falling here. BREN on the defense. It's a triple for Super Prince in the back as they get the second turret of the base down.
That is Super Prince's second triple kill of the game here. Nice night there from Marco.
Oh, Trojan!
Marco trying to buy some time, but he punishes Dur. Super Prince with the cleanup, and now it's Pandora in the base left alone. Super Prince with the double, doing it dirty, and now Net's working on the crystal, and that's gonna be the game as ONIC Philippines takes game number 1.
I gotta say, watching ONIC Philippines right now, it looks like art, man.
Yes.
Like, it looks like everyone knows what they gotta do. Everyone's doing exactly the job they were given here. Even in the end...